yo quiero dinero. Yo quiero dinero. I just want the green, want the money, want the cash flow. Yo quiero la venta, sí, 50, sí, lo siento. Yo quiero dinero. Yo quiero dinero.
Hi guys, I know y'all probably like, oh my God, where has she been? I know y'all, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I know this is really the first real video like for my channel, like for this year, and it's July, and I know y'all probably like, are you serious? I'm so sorry, y'all. Like I know that is absolutely unacceptable. I'm sorry, I just had a lot going on, and I'll tell y'all about that in my next video. So don't worry, I will answer your questions about where I've been, what's been going on, what paused the channel. Definitely just kind of want to give y'all a quick little fresh start. You know, I am rebranding myself. I've moved to another city. I bought my first home. You know, there definitely are going to be some changes on this channel. I'm definitely still going to be doing beauty tutorials, but just not really going to be focused so much on them. Don't get me wrong, I definitely still love beauty, still am going to be doing beauty things. It's just that I've had a lot of reawakenings. Like, I almost died. That's a video for another time. I'm telling you, they're coming, y'all. They are coming. I almost died. With me almost dying, I really got realigned back with my purpose with God, and I'm realizing my gifts and what they really are. I'm sorry if there's a glare too, because I'm trying to use natural light because I moved to my new home. I haven't unpacked everything yet. But yeah, just trying to get everything back together in line with my purpose again. I definitely feel like one of the gifts that God has blessed me with is the gift of making people feel better about themselves. So what better way to make somebody feel better about themselves than telling them about your own experiences? So, I mean, I'm definitely going to start doing that. This video today, I mainly want to focus on mental health. And talk about my mental health and being a mom and how I cope. So, oh yeah, my lip gloss. And let's get into that, okay? So, for those of you who don't know me personally, you know, I'm opening up the doors, opening my heart to you guys, because like I said, I want to get back to, you know, for those of you who don't personally know me, like I said, I want to get back to, you know, being really personal on my channel. So if you don't know me personally, I was diagnosed about 2 years ago with bipolar 2 disorder, PTSD, and depression. So just to kind of give you guys a quick run through on the definitions of those. Just so you can kind of know what I'm talking about, you know. So PTSD, as defined by WebMD, is a disorder in which a person has difficulty recovering after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. And bipolar 1 disorder involves periods of severe mood episodes from mania to depression, whereas bipolar 2 disorder, which is the one that I have, is a milder form of mood elevation involving milder episodes of hypomania that alternate between periods of severe depression. So when I first got diagnosed, I didn't really want to believe it. What happened was I seen a truck that reminded me of someone, and I had a PTSD flashback. So I didn't want to really deal with it. So I tried to do things to make myself feel really, really better about it. So I was like hyped up, hypomania all the time. And then it got to where I would get really depressed, like out of nowhere. And it got really hard for me to function throughout the day. Even have regular relationships with my friends and my mom and my siblings. Like, it just got really hard for me to deal with it. I would start to isolate myself, which is one of the symptoms when you're dealing with PTSD. you kind of want to isolate yourself and be alone, and it doesn't really make things better. And what really made me seek out and get help was one day I was really depressed. I was really going through, I couldn't even go to work. I called out of work. Was when my son started to notice, he was like, Mommy, I noticed you get really, really sad sometimes. And, it makes me sad, And so that's when I knew I kind of needed to get control over things. So first things first, if you are noticing that you're experiencing severe mood changes and you don't even want to feel that way, but you feel that way, definitely seek help. Recognize the signs is number one. And then admitting you need help, and then seeking someone out for that help. I definitely am a fan of therapy. I don't know why in Black culture we look down on therapy. We definitely should not be doing that. I feel like, number one, if you're Black, you should see a therapist just off the basis that you're Black, because in this country, in America, you are born, and immediately, as soon as you're born, you're taught to hate yourself. You're taught to hate your hair, hate your skin, that you're lower than everyone else. That's built into our society. So just off of that, I feel like you should see a therapist. And I know a lot of Black people and Christians have it misconstrued that you can't be a Christian and see a therapist. I know Christian therapists. I know Christian guidance counselors. Like, the reason God put those people here and those things there is for you to use them. Because people always, be like, they'll just want to throw a Band-Aid over the wound instead of dealing with it, saying, oh, just pray about it. And praying is good. Don't get me wrong. Praying is definitely good. But what sense does it make to pray to God and ask him to give you a cake, and he gives you water, eggs, oil, and flour, and you still are asking him to send you a piece of cake? He's giving you the tools to bake the cake. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wish that stigmatism would definitely die in my culture, because it's not true. But I have a psychiatrist and a psychologist. So my psychologist, who I talk to my therapy sessions, I see her like every 2 weeks, if not every week. And then I have my psychiatrist, I see him every 3 weeks, and he's the one who gives me my medications. Which brings me to, after you recognize the signs and reach out, number 2, find you a doctor, okay? Don't settle for the first doctor that you hear, or if you ask a friend about it, they be like, oh, this is my doctor, go to them. You have to find the therapist that fits you for your needs, okay? Find a therapist that fits you for your needs, okay? I've had the same psychiatrist and psychologist for the past 3 years. I love that lady. When I changed cities, she's trying to get me to go to someone else, but really not feeling that. But I'm going to try it because she's so far from me now. So after you find the doctor that's for you, make sure you guys come to a nice plan of how you're going to heal yourself. And I definitely could tell you, just based off my own experience, it's hard. It's very hard. I still have my bad days. Even with my medications, I don't take them as often as I should. I definitely take my uppers when things are really getting bad in regards to depression, but you definitely just want to make sure, if you're not taking your medication, that brings me to number 3, find a coping mechanism that's good for you. And when I say good for you, that means don't start drinking every time you feel bad, or smoking cigarettes, or whatever the case may be whenever you're feeling bad. Find a coping mechanism that is actually helping you through your process. One coping mechanism I have is called stuck points. When I start getting depressed or feeling really bad, I'll start telling myself these same type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll never find love. I'm not beautiful. I'm fat. Just all type of things. I'll never get what I want. And I'll start writing them down. And then I'll start writing down reasons as to why they're not true. Because the simple truth is, with depression, your brain is tricking you into believing irrational thoughts about yourself. That's what's happening. On top of my PTSD, that's bringing back flashbacks of traumatic events that have happened to me that would lead me to believe that they are true. So definitely find you a coping mechanism. One thing I definitely do, other than the stuck points, is doing something special for myself. I'll take some time to the side and I'll do something special for myself. something that's out of the norm. Like, I shop all the time and all this other stuff, but sometimes I'll do something really, really special where I'll buy something that's literally only for me that nobody else can share. And one example of that is my nails. Like, I get my nails done all the time. I can't share my nails with somebody else. And it's really important, especially if you're a mom, because you're constantly thinking about someone else. So it's really easy to lose yourself and start worrying about them. But I definitely want to stress the importance of mental awareness, because suicides are getting ridiculously high, especially in men. And I made this with both women and men in mind. But if you feel that you need help, it's so important to reach out and ask for it, because you never know, the person sitting next to you may be going through things and they can help you. Like, a lot of people that I talk to, and I'm being more open about my life now, because the more you talk about it, the easier it is to heal. A lot of people that I talk to about my life and just tell them things that happened to me, they be like, oh my God, I wouldn't know what to do if that happened to me. And the reason I'm being so open as I'm talking about it is because I'm refusing to commit to that reoccurring pain. I'm refusing to always have to deal with the flashbacks of PTSD. I'm just refusing. I'm not recommitting to that pain. Refusing to just not live my life. I'm taking control back of my life, and I'm giving back that pain because I'm not dealing with it anymore. And that's really all mental awareness is recognizing that you need help, getting help, figuring out ways to help yourself stay healthy until you're healed. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I am revamping the channel. The channel is coming back. I'm definitely going to have some special guests on here too. It's so good to talk to you guys. I've missed you so freaking much. You have no idea. I love you. Until next time, babies, and it's going to be very soon. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yo quiero dinero. Yo quiero dinero. I just want the green, want the money, want the cash flow. Yo quiero la venta, sí, 50, sí, lo siento. Yo quiero dinero.